Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be different. I'm going to be talking to you about 5 foundations, drugstore foundations, super affordable but absolutely wonderful. These are 5 foundations that I've actually used. So I'm coming from experience. I know what these are like and I've tested them and they're true to form. Absolutely wonderful. I know a lot of people believe that you have to splurge on makeup products. You have to buy, high-end foundations in order to look good. But really, that's not entirely true. Granted, there are some wonderful high-end products out there. In fact, most of them are incredible. I actually use Marc Jacobs Remarkable. I love that foundation, and I also use Fenty Beauty. Those are 2 really good foundations, but they tend to be pretty pricey, so I don't always splurge on those. I like drugstore foundations as well, and I've tried these ones that I'm going to show you pretty soon, and these are tried and true. They're wonderful, so I thought I'd just share that with you. In fact, this is number 1 in a series that I'm coming up with, that I have come up with. I'm going to be reviewing top 5 drugstore anything, like my top 5 blushes drugstore, my top 5 affordable lipsticks, reds or pinks. So I'm still thinking about all that, but that's something that's in the works right now, and I think I'm going to call it my affordable 5s. So if you have anything you want me to review, drugstore wise, just go ahead and leave that in the comments below and I'll take a look at that and get on it. Okay, so keep an eye out for my affordable 5s. Okay, so right now I'm going to be talking to you about foundations, and these are not in a particular order. These are just foundations that I've tried, and I believe they are all really, really good. And maybe in the other videos I will go by preference, from least to favorite. But right now I'm just going to take it in just nothing fancy, just one at a time. So I'm going to start with number 1. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Like I said, it's by Wet n Wild, and it's really, really affordable. I believe it retails for $4.68 at Walmart. I actually got this at Ulta Beauty, unfortunately, before I found it at Walmart, and it's $5.99 at Ulta Beauty. And they claim that it does especially well in pictures. It helps eliminate white particle reflection and makes your pictures look amazing. It's made with a matte light diffusing complex to give skin a no filter perfection. And to be honest, I find that that is true. It looks really good in pictures. It photos really well, great in videos. The only thing I don't like about this is, okay, actually there are 2 things I should say. The range is not crazy great. I think they're about 18 shades, but most of them are kind of similar, so I really wouldn't say they're 18. It was hard to come up with my own shade. I think this is mahogany, and it's okay. I think it does really well on my skin tone for the most part, but sometimes I mix it in with another shade. But here you go. So it's actually, most of the time I use it by itself, but sometimes I put maybe a little concealer in there just to help me out a little bit. So it's a nice thick consistency, not terribly runny, nice and thick. And the problem is, it does have this weird smell to it, like acrylic paint. It smells like nail polish, but once you put it on, after it dries, it actually doesn't. It loses that smell. So it has a light to medium coverage, pretty decent, especially for the price. I would not try to make this a full coverage because then it tends to look a little cakey. But for your everyday, just running out to the store, running out even to work, just put this on, and it gives you a nice flawless look that's really natural looking. It looks just like your skin. So this is a go-to for me. I absolutely love this foundation just for like everyday wear. And I have built this up from a light to a medium. I did try once to build it to a full coverage, and it did end up looking cakey. But try it out and figure it out for yourself and see if you like it that way. If it does work out for you as a full coverage, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know. Okay, maybe I just didn't apply it right that day, but yeah, Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, absolutely wonderful. My number 2 is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and as it says, this has a concealer built in, but I use a concealer regardless. I haven't tried this without a concealer, so I really can't say if it works very well as a concealer and a perfection foundation by itself, but I can say that once you put this on and you apply your concealer, your highlight, and everything, it's absolutely beautiful. It gives you nice flawless coverage. It actually lasts all day, and I'm in love with this. The reason I was able to, the way I found out about this was I actually saw that Cardi B uses this. This is like her go-to foundation. So I thought, well, if she uses it, why can't I try it too, just to see how it looks on my skin? And so I did, and I have not looked back since then. It retails for about $10, I believe, and I know it's a little more pricey than the Wet n Wild, but it definitely is not like high-end pricey, but it could pass as a high-end foundation. So it has this nice pump. You just, yeah, right there on your hand. It's really nice. It's a nice thick consistency, and as you can see, it has a nice medium coverage. You could go full, but you need to be careful with that as well, just like with the Wet n Wild, because it could end up looking a little bit cakey. But just like this is absolutely beautiful. It's really a nice flawless coverage that you get. So yeah, I think this for $10 is an absolute bargain, and I'm just so in love with this foundation. Number 3 is the Maybelline Fit Me. I am an oily combination skin. I actually got this one that says normal to dry, and that was actually a mistake on my part, and I have used it and I didn't notice anything. I didn't get all patchy or all oily or anything like that. It was a nice dewy look, which is, it's dewy, it's not matte, so you should take that into consideration. You might feel like it makes you a little bit shiny, but that is kind of what it's supposed to do. Not shiny, but like a nice dewy look. And some people don't like that effect. They just feel like it looks shiny. So keep that in mind. So this is a very nice light to medium coverage. It is really natural looking. It retails for $8, I believe. Yeah, $8. It's really natural, very light, and it's very buildable. Unlike the others, I believe this one does not have that cakey effect if you try to build it up. So yeah, I absolutely love this. In terms of consistency, okay, so another thing one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't have an applicator. So it just has a bottle that you open up and then, put it in your hand or wherever you want. So I'm just gonna show you how it looks. So it is not as thick as the Milani, so it kind of, it's kind of not too thick, not too watery, just a nice light consistency. So as you can see, it goes in smoothly, light to medium coverage, and definitely buildable. For only $8, this is amazing. Some people I've heard have complained, like I said, that it makes them look all oily, but really it depends on you and what you're trying to get from this. If you'd rather have a matte finish, then this is not for you. But for a dewy, nice, dewy, pretty look, this is definitely a bargain. $8, guys, $8. So, oh, before I forget, some people also complain that it caused them to break out. I haven't seen that. I haven't experienced that, and I've used this for the past 3 to 4 months now, and I haven't experienced that. But that's my experience with this. You could try it out and see what you think. If you have used this and find that you like it, you hate it, go ahead and let me know. Drop a comment down below and let me know, okay? But yeah, this I believe is an absolute bargain. $8. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so the next on my list is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup. And the color I picked up is Milk Chocolate N10 in the neutral. Okay, guys, they claim that it has some kind of color matching technology that gives you the best possible match. Okay, that I'm not so sure of. I picked up a couple shades that did not match, and so I'm not so sure about that. I did have to mix a little bit. I mixed the milk chocolate with, I forgot the name of the other one. I'm actually out of that now. I broke my bottle. Yeah, I was sad about that. but whatever. I broke that bottle, so I'm sorry. I don't remember what shade it is, but it was lighter than this. This is a little too dark for me, and that one is a little too light, but together they're absolutely perfect. But other than that, this is an amazing foundation. It is so beautiful. It looks like it's oil free, and it's really great for people with sensitive skin. Sometimes I do break out a little bit with certain foundations that I use, and I do not do that with this. So this, guys, it's a nice light to medium coverage. It blends out perfectly like they said, and is very buildable. And let's see, it retails for $11, but I have found this at Walmart for $6, and you could also get it, sorry, Target at $6 and then Walmart at $9. But I think at Ulta and all those big brand places, it's a little more expensive. So check your local Walmart or your Target, and you see that it's a lot cheaper. But yeah, this is like an underrated foundation that people tend to forget. You know, it's L'Oreal, it's just drugstore, you know, but it is beautiful, guys. You will not go wrong with this. It is comparable to a lot of those high-end products out there. The matching component to this, I'm just not so sure of. It did not give me my true match, but that's okay, because it makes up completely with the way it is. It is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna show you a little swatch right here. Ooh. Just like the other one we talked about, I think it was the Dewy and Smooth. It comes in a bottle. It doesn't have an applicator, and I don't like that. It doesn't have like the pump or anything, so yeah, be aware of that. So it's a nice consistency as well. It's not too thick, not too runny. And see, this is a little too dark for me. But yeah, once I get the right shade going, it blends out. It's an absolutely lovely foundation, and for that price, guys, you just cannot beat this. It is beautiful. All right, so my last but not least foundation is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, and it looks just like this. Okay, so it has salicylic acid, which helps with the acne, so it's really good for that. The problem is the shade. The shade range is pretty non-existent, unfortunately. I have not come up with a shade that works for me. I use this as a concealer, believe it or not, and it is lovely. Look at that. It's a nice consistency, not too runny. It's nice and thick. I actually tried this. I put it all over my face just to see what it looked like, how well it held up, and it held up beautifully. Of course, I didn't go out like that with, you know, really light face, but I had it on for a long time, and it lasted pretty much all day. Okay, so I was at home. I didn't sweat or anything, so that's the problem. So I can't tell you exactly how it would hold up if you go out and get all crazy and, you know, dance and blah blah blah. I don't know. I haven't found a shade that works for me. I think they have added a couple more shades, so I'm gonna take a look and see if I can find my actual shade. But at the time, this was the darkest one I found, and it's in coffee, and it's really light. So this works really well as a concealer for me. It's beautiful coverage. Works so well. It covers your under eye circles so well, in my opinion. Absolutely beautiful. And it retails for only $6. This retails for $6. It is so worth it, I believe. I mean, even though I couldn't get this in my shade at the time, I was fine with it. It works as a beautiful concealer. So if you just want to get a lighter shade for your concealer, I think it's an absolute must. It's wonderful. But I will go ahead and try to find the shade that's darker and works for me, and then I am gonna review that and then let you know. I'll keep you updated in the description box below. So if you're interested in knowing how this holds up, just go ahead and check it out. I'll update you as I go. So yeah, those are my 5 top affordable foundations. Like I said before, I'm starting this new series, my favorite 5s, affordable 5. So I'm going to be reviewing blushes and lipsticks and things that everyone can afford, I believe, or most people can afford, just nice drugstore products. So if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave it in a comment below. Any comments, just leave right there. Go ahead and like if you haven't done that yet, and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my videos coming up. And it was really lovely chatting with you. I always love sitting here and talking with you. So I really hope to see you in my next video. Okay, take care. Bye.